If you were notified by Human Resources that you have an overpayment due to the UKG outage, also known as Kronos, you can view the specifics of how that check was calculated in Campus Information Systems. Once you log on, click on the Reconciled Check Details tile. A screen will appear that has your next options. If you would like to see the details of how your overpayment was calculated, click on the Reconciled Check Details link in the Overpayment section. A spreadsheet of your pay will pop up. This is an example of a reconciliation statement. Pay end date lists the pay period ending date. Group indicates what type of paid employee you are. HRL indicates hourly. ID is your university ID number, while name should display your name. ER is short for employee record. This reflects what job the payment is tied to. For employees with only one University of Utah job, you will see a 0 in that column. If you have more than one U of U job, you will see additional numbers 1, 2, 3, etc. that indicate what job the payment is tied to. ERNCD is short for earnings code. We have many different earnings codes at the university. If it is standard, regular earnings, it will show as reg. Many employees may also have overtime, shift differential, holiday worked, or many other earnings codes. The description column lists what each of those earnings codes mean. Now we arrive at the calculations portion of the statement, which show the differences between what was earned and what was paid. A positive number indicates an underpayment, while a negative number indicates an overpayment. There are 3 general groups: hours worked, other earnings, and regular earnings. Other earnings includes overtime, on-call pay, shift differentials, etc. Regular earnings is strictly straight time for hours worked. Both other earnings and regular earnings are listed in dollar amounts. Corrected hours lists the hours that were reviewed and approved in UKG. These hours should be a true reflection of what was actually worked during the pay period. Previously paid hours shows the number of hours that were already paid in previous paychecks. Difference in hours indicates the difference between the corrected hours worked and the previously paid hours. Corrected other earnings lists the dollar amount of all other earnings outside of regular earnings that were actually earned during the pay period. Previously paid other earnings shows the other earnings outside of regular earnings that were already paid in previous paychecks. Difference in other earnings lists the difference between the corrected other earnings and the previously paid other earnings. You will see the sum of all of the differences of other earnings in the total row. Corrected regular earnings lists the dollar amount of regular earnings that were actually earned during the pay period. Previously paid regular earnings shows the regular earnings that were actually paid in previous paychecks. Difference in regular earnings lists the difference between the corrected regular earnings and the previously paid regular earnings. Again, you will see the sum of all of the differences of regular earnings in the total row. If you have both a difference in other earnings and regular earnings, adding the totals from each together should give you a total that matches your overpayment. What should you do if you think your pay is still incorrect? If you have reviewed the hours and earnings paid and still believe your pay is incorrect on the December 15th, December 31st, January 15th, or January 31st pay periods, please speak with your manager or payroll reporter. Thank you again for your patience during the UKG outage. We appreciate all your hard work you contribute to the university.